It says Snowflake the pet cat. How cute. The stone is so old and the name is worn off.
Gruselige Musik, weil ein offenes Grab.
The tombstone says Clara Stieber. This must be the grave of the wonderful maid I've heard so much about. I can't help but notice that it's been emptied.
Wieso ist es leer?
A note.
Auch wieder von Belladonna. Great God, why did I not then expire? Okay. Why I'm here to relate the destruction of the best hope and the purest creature of earth. It was mere days ago, at the peak of our bliss, then Clara fell ill. She complained of headaches and tiredness, so I made a bed for her and laid her down to rest. For the next few days I cared for my companion, just as she had cared for me, and nursed her with all my love and compassion. We believed it was just a passing sickness, and it would be over shortly. Each morning we thought she was getting better, and each evening we realized she had actually gotten worse. And today, when I entered her bedroom, she was there, lifeless and inanimate. Also was wie leblos, glaube ich. Thrown across the bed, her head hanging down, and her pale and disordered features half covered by her hair. In horror I beheld the body of Clara, my love, so fatally living, so dear, so worthy. I rushed towards her and embraced her with adore, but the deathly finger and coldness of the limbs told me that what I was held in my arms had creased to the Clara who I had loved and cherished. To be the Clara. Alice? Ich kann mir als nicht das nach einer Linge. Ach, das ist ein L. Oh, diese Schrift. Alice. What fool curse lies in my gentle touch? I have lost my only child to the darkness, my husband to devouring madness, and now my love has departed this world as well. Is my love truly as poisonous as my omniscient name? Oh Gott, das sind so viele Texte. Man merkt vielleicht, dass ich langsam ein Ticken unkonzentrierter werde. Das ist die Belladonna bestimmt, oder? Ach nein, hier ist die Belladonna.
A plant, a natural object, standing in a pot, a man-made object. The plant can consume nutrition and grow bigger, and the pot can't. Neither of them can think. So what about me then? I can think, I know that. But am I natural or man-made? Yes, those are indeed boxes. This lantern might prove to be the very first thing that actually manages to shed some light on my situation. I'll keep it. Nothing inside.
Gott, so viele Farben plötzlich.
It's a large tree. Looks very peaceful. Couldn't I have been reincarnated into one of those instead of being forced back into this mess? Belladonna. This little plant has caused a lot of trouble. For a flower, it's not particularly beautiful, but for a murder weapon, it sure is.
Okay, jetzt habe ich einfach die komplette Belladonna mitgenommen. Also die Pflanze.
More letters. Can someone tell me what happened to poor Clara?
Kann mir einer erzählen, wer diese ganzen Blätter hier verteilt hat? Some time has passed since the demise of Clara. As I calm down and regain control over my emotions, it occurs to me that there are some mysterious circumstances concerning her death, glaube ich. The sickness had come over her was swift and sudden indeed. Admittedly, my own medical knowledge is limited, but it still seems to me that such an instant and terminal change in the bodily humours should not occur naturally. Could it be that she somehow ingests something that made her sick? But what? And from that line of thought, it is not a far leap to ponder if she was murdered. Okay. Im letzten Brief haben wir gelesen, wie Clara krank wurde, ein paar Tage lang Belladonna sich um sie gekümmert hat und sie dann gestorben ist. Und dass sie scheinbar wirklich eine Liebesbeziehung hatten. Aber es hätte ja auch sein können, dass sie nicht hatten. Ja, also jetzt von den Infos, die ich hatte, hätte es ja auch sein können, dass sie wirklich nur angefreundet haben. Ja? Möchte ich hier mal anmerken. Und jetzt, nachdem Belladonna sich beruhigt hat, hat sie den Eindruck, dass es ein Mord war, weil, dass sie so schnell und so plötzlich krank wurde, kam mir halt ein bisschen merkwürdig vor. It was long ago that I lost track of the details of my husband's deranged research, but I do know he handles fetal substance and obscure chemicals. How easy it would have been for him to slip something into Clara's food. Food, genau, in ihr Fuß, in ihren Fuß, in ihr Food, in ihr Essen. So then, why would he do such a thing? Did he know about our affair? We were very careful, but perchance he guessed it, despite our efforts. He would not go as far as murder based solely on a guess, would he? The distressing truth is, I no longer have any way of telling what Wolfram is capable of. It is of vital importance that these notes never reach any eye but my own. These are grave accusations I am scribbling down. In ways of proof I do not have anywhere to start looking, and yet the possibility is there, gloating in its simplicity. Okay. Ich denke, wir werden jetzt erstmal das Mausoleum angucken.
The plaque says Francisca Canosa. This must be the resting place of the lady from the portrait in the study.
Wer auch immer das war.
2 statues of angels. It seems a bit paradoxical to create statues depicting something that's supposed to be immaterial. Let's call them Justifer and Phi.
Kann ich eigentlich die Schaufel mitnehmen? Nee. Guck mal, wie weit das Haus weg ist und wie schnell wir da hingelaufen sind und wie lange wir jetzt brauchen, um zum Haus zurückzulaufen.
This must be the family cemetery. Yet baby Lucas rests in an urn in the dining room. Why is that?
Vor allem, warum wurde er verbrannt? Ja, go inside, please. Wir versuchen mal die Milch. Die Ich dachte schon gerade, jetzt glitscht die Milch aufzutauen.
I'll let it stand by the fire for a while. It's thawed. The milk is now in liquid form.
Kann ich das hier in die Schüssel...
The milk pours easily. Let's grind this plant into powder. Is this how Clara died?
Oh. Aber die Katze ist ja scheinbar schon tot. Oder? Bitte? Ich fände es nicht schön, wenn wir die jetzt umbringen würden.
Yes, this should put an end to the grim reign of this beast.
Oh, die arme Katze.
Look, it's a key, and it has a funny tassel attached to it. No wonder the cat wanted to play with it. The animal must have managed to steal the key somehow.
Oh, das tut mir voll leid.
This is strange. This is Belladonna's signature, but the handwriting is just wrong.
Alter, das kann ich nicht lesen. Ah. I write to exercise my brain. I find that my thoughts becomes more firm and solid if I force myself to put them down on paper. It doesn't matter what I write as long as I can learn to think again. And to remember. I must try and remember. I have no idea how long I have been this way. A walking corpse. A mimicry. Ich hab grad irgendwas... Ich hoffe, ich habe gerade nichts kaputt gemacht. Ich guck gerade mal, ob ich vielleicht versehentlich was ausgemacht habe. Moment. Nee, noch alles gut. Mimicry of a human life. An Unmensch. Oh, süß. This is all the doings of my despicable husband. He could not be happier, the villain. He got what he wanted, an obedient wife, a beautiful Galatea that exists solely for his pleasure. If only he knew. These notes are the center of my universe, and I keep them well hidden. He doesn't know. He has no idea. He thought has not occurred to him that I might be a thinking being, and I intend to keep it that way. I am slowly and secretly, meticulously pulling my consciousness out of a black void. At first, I truly was a mechanical toy, responsive but never proactive. But gradually, I began to regain capacity for thought, and I quickly realized that I need to keep it a secret. These thoughts were now the only thing in the world that truly belonged to me. Beginning to think again was horrible in many ways, even worse than the state of blissful ignorance from which I had just emerged. I only managed to scribble down single disconnected words at a time, more emotions than thoughts, and impulses perhaps. My hands and fingers were stiff and clumsy. I remember cutting myself on the sharp pen once and not being able to prevent the blood now. Entschuldigung, the blood flow. Wieso blutet sie? Sie ist tot. I thought that would be the end of me. Surely Wolfram would notice the blood on my hands and get suspicious. But no, he self-absorbed, fool-magically stitched me up and let me go. I sometimes play with the idea of what I would have to do to prove to him that I'm a person, but I won't. The monster has other plans. Wir haben aber immer noch 3 Stück und ich glaube, das hier ist so eine Final Note vielleicht. Oh, die arme Katze, das tut mir voll leid. As my consciousness grows stronger, so does my hatred for my husband. Each morning he brings me with him down to the laboratory and places me in a corner. There I will stand for the rest of the day, still as a statue, silent and as death. Occasionally he will throw me a glance or smile. I find my body smiling warmly back, almost like a reflex, and this indoctrination disgusts me. Indoctrination. Keine Ahnung. I am a living decoration, a breathing statue of flesh. His wind-up toy bride. Ach, his wind-up toy bride ist Aufzieh, Spielzeug, Braut. But little does he suspect my eyes are darting across the room, secretly and attentively following his smallest movements. I carefully memorize every step he takes, every note he writes down, every tiny detail of his ghoulish discovery. If only he knew how fast I am learning, what a willing student I am. Hat sie Clara ausgebuddelt, um sie ebenfalls wiederzubeleben? As of late, he has even picked up the habit of explaining his scientific work aloud. It helps. Oder ist das Clara? Das könnte natürlich auch sein, dass wir gar nicht Belladonna spielen, sondern Clara. It helps him think. Moment, wo war ich denn gerade? As of late he has even picked up the habit of explaining his scientific work aloud. It helps him think, I suppose, and I nod and smile and give little encouraging laughs of all the right places. He is muttering his darkest secrets to me, and I drink it all up. And oh, if only he knew just how close he brushes with his own demise. Hundreds of times each day he is close enough to me for my hands to reach up and snap his neck. My strong fingers around his throat, slowly squeezing his precious life out of him. But no matter how close he stands, my arms will not move. I am a prisoner in my own corpse, staring out through glassy eyes. Umsetzen. But unable to will any action into my own dead limbs. Call for me and I will walk. Ask me a question and I will talk. But my rotting brain is unable to form initiatives of its own. I am a golem following orders. Yet with each passing night, my willpower grows stronger. I write my thoughts down, diligently, and practice my mental capacity with all the resolve I have. With That's all the results I have. The results are slow, but reliable. One day soon I will have the tendency to strike, and as soon as the time comes, strike I will. One of these days, his lovely life-size doll will suddenly find the power within her to execute her swift revenge. Boah. Ja, my willpower wird hier echt ordentlich strapaziert. Diese Texte, so viel.
That's a big wardrobe. I bet you could hide a corpse in there. Actually, I better not open it and check.
Doch, mach auf!
The mirror is completely shattered. I think someone in here didn't really like their reflection. Let's take a look inside.
Oh, ist dafür das
I
kleine
wonder if this key fits. There's a
Big
key
key.
inside. A very important one.
Das sieht aus wie so ein Aufziehschlüssel wie hier. Ist das für Belladonna?
Coils of rope. I wonder why we're keeping rope in the bedroom.